Yo guys, what's going on? Aces here today with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about if Escape from Tarkov currently in patch 12.10 is at a stale state or if the game is boring. Now, there is a ton of different perspectives. I'm going to give you my perspective and my opinion on the current state of the game. But what I want you guys to do is leave in the comments down below. Are you really enjoying Tarkov right now? Is it enjoyable, but just not as fun as it could be with a wipe? Just let me know how you're feeling. If you're completely bored out of your mind, or if you even stop playing, let me know in the comments. I'm super interested to see where the community's sitting right now. We're growing a nice little community here on the channel, so I feel like the open-ended style questions to let you guys leave comments are going to work. I don't feel like there's going to be a dead comment section. Usually, guys are all pretty passionate Tarkov players like myself, and you guys like to chat it up in the comments, and I love reading all that stuff. So drop it in the comments down below, and make sure you drop a like on the video. So we're going to be talking about Tarkov today. Guys, is the game stale? Is the game boring? Now, you got to remember, I'm like level 49, have a ton of hours this wipe, a ton of hours in general. Overall combined, I think we're sitting roughly around 1,400. I've been playing the shit out of Tarkov for a while now, and I will say that this wipe has felt the most enjoyable up until recently. This wipe, I did the best in the economy. I think everybody did if you started at the beginning of the wipe. Thick case army, I think I have like 7 of them. So early on, it was super easy to stack up your inventory and allow you to get a nice foothold into the game so you could do some of those really hard tasks later, so you don't mind spending a couple million to do test drive or something like that, for example, where you need the M1A and the thermal and all that to kill PMCs. That task, if you fail it with the stuff you're given it the first time, you're going to be spending over $1 million. So one of those tasks was made super easy by having such a nice economy. So in that regard, it was very nice. But getting closer to the wipe, it's kind of like, or the update without a wipe, we don't know yet. But, getting closer and closer and closer as becoming more and more and more kind of unmotivating to play as much as I usually do. And that is just from somebody who's played from the first day of this wipe up until this point. I've taken a couple day breaks here and there, but at the end of the day, I'm still very, very active with the Tarkov community, still watching, channels like EFT, what the fuck, all the stuff that everybody in the community who's always on, always playing watches, I'm still very active in. So when it comes to physically playing the game, for me personally, I think it's a little bit stale. I don't think the game is boring because there's so many different things. You could run meme kits if you get bored. There's just, you could reset your account. You can play your hardcore accounts or whatever it may be. There's tons of different options for you, and there's a lot of replayability in Escape from Tarkov. But there's a difference from being bored and the game being stale, and I think that's where we're sitting at right now. I think it's a little stale. BSG typically envisions about 1 month at a time they add a bit of content. It's been a lot longer than that since we've seen the STM9 added into the game, along with the PL15. We have seen, a good bit of content up until that point, but now it's being a little stale since they're working on that factory expansion, and we don't know if there's going to be a wipe. If 12.11 does not wipe, I think we're going to be in for a pretty rude awakening, because I know for a fact, based on polls and other, community hosted kind of open-ended questions, that a lot of players have stopped playing anticipating a wipe. And, that is obviously what Nikita wants to avoid, but I think it's about 60% of the players that started playing this wipe have already kind of dipped off, and they're kind of waiting to see what happens for 12.11. I think it would be fun to have 12.11 drop with no wipe, but it would be very, very temporary. I think, having 12.11 drop with the factory expansion and maybe a couple other things, maybe a couple new guns and stuff, there's going to be a nice 2, 3, 4 weeks even of content and, really fresh gameplay, and it's going to feel really, really good again. Everybody's going to be getting back on. But after that month, I really feel like it might die off again. There's not going to be any tasks to work for. There's not going to be any, economical advantages or disadvantages to playing during that time. And that kind of leaves us with the question, when will wipe be? Because if it doesn't wipe with 12.11, we will then go on a long stretch of the longest period without wipe. Right now, I think we're about a month until that kind of record is hit. But, it's still to that point where we should be seeing a wipe soon. And if we don't, I feel like, after that month of good gameplay on the factory expansion and using the new weapons, it'll get stale again. That's just my opinion. I do think a wipe would take that replayability from, an extra month of play with 12.11 to then an extra potentially 4 to 5 to 6 months of extra play. So, long-term replayability, all of that, I think it's best for the game to wipe. You guys know I've been saying it, and I definitely think it's going to happen, I've been playing Tarkov for about 1.5 years now. based on trends, I feel like it's the smartest decision for BSG. The only reason they wouldn't is if they got something else much more significant planned, and if they have Lighthouse a little bit sooner than we anticipate. But with the speed that factory expansion is being, kind of developed at, and we still haven't seen a release yet, it's kind of concerning. So that's kind of where I'm at. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Are you enjoying Tarkov right now? Me, I still love the game in every single aspect. Maybe just a little burnt out, but I just think the game is stale, not boring. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Make sure you leave that like, subscribe for new sponsors and equipment description below, along with the membership option next to the subscription button. Not necessary, but check it out if you want to support the channel in an extra way. As all I got here today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm out.